Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Chronicles and Cocktails. I'm Josué, the spirited historian. And today, we're taking a road trip. Well, we're visiting the town and municipality of Rincón. Let's learn about the history, about the food, about the drinks, about the beaches, about everything about Rincón. So, sit back, buckle up, and let's go to Rincón. Rincón, Puerto Rico, the beach, the ocean, surfing. That's what you think of when you talk about Rincón, when you imagine Rincón, a small municipality right on the western edge of Puerto Rico. Let's keep moving. So this road right here on this edge of the island used to be where the train used to pass by from Añasco to Rincón. And this right here, I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's the old wall. The wall that was built in order to construct the railroad, and it's still standing. So I'm doing a walk, trying to get to the old tunnel. To tell you the truth, it smells like pee, but here it is. Look at this. And it's kind of tiny. I mean, or this was just in order to make an overpass through here for the train. I'm guessing that on this area right here used to be a little stream that would go out into the ocean. Nevertheless, it's very interesting just to be in this part that was built in the 1800s. Really cool. So this is one of the places I wanted to come by today, because Ricomini Bakery, it's a very historic bakery. It was founded in 1890 by Corsican immigrants, Jose and Antonia Ricomini. They arrived from Corsica, France, and they started a business in Mayagüez, and eventually the bakery started growing. In 1984, it was acquired by Miguel Lopez, and then the brand expansion began. They started opening bakeries all over the West. A very traditional bakery in the west side of Puerto Rico. You don't find it anywhere else, just in the West. And I came here for the Brazos Gitanos. And this one in particular, guava and cheese, my wife's favorite, so I have to get one for her. But I actually came to get this one right here. The Brazo Gitano made out of cornbread. Yes. So it says that Alfredo Rafucci Bayron was mayor for about 32 years. And this plaza is named after him. People of Rincón petitioned for the foundation of Rincón. They did it under the name of Santa Rosa de Rincón back in 1771, although the actual date we don't have for sure. And I'm in Rincón, Puerto Rico. This is the plaza. And the plaza is named after Don Alfredo Rafucci Bayron. And right behind me is the parish Santa Rosa de Lima, which is the main Catholic parish in the town and municipality of Rincón. So the municipality of Rincón at one point used to be part of the municipality or partido of Aguada, which is a municipality right next to Rincón. And in 1770, the people of Rincón petitioned to be separated from Aguada. Some people believe that Rincón, actually it's because of the geographical location of the municipality. If you look at a map, Rincón is on the western edge of the island of Puerto Rico. And because usually the corners in Spanish are called Rincón, rincones, people believe that that is actually the origin of the name of the municipality. However, looking more into the history and researching for this episode, I found out that the name Rincón, it's because they were honoring Don Gonzalo de Rincón, which was the person who let people build houses in his land. We believe that Gonzalo de Rincón was a free slave of Don Tomás Castellón. When Tomás died, in his testament, he gave all these lands to Gonzalo de Rincón. And the town square, the plaza, is named after Don Alfredo Rafucci Bayron, who was mayor of Rincón. So, the parish, Santa Rosa de Lima, the plaza, Don Alfredo Rafucci Bayron, we are in Rincón. By the early 19th century, Rincón was made up of a handful of barrios: Pueblo, Rio Grande, Cruz, Jalaya, and Calvache. Later in the century, around 1878, the municipality reorganized its territory, and those areas were subdivided. From that point forward, Rincón was structured into the barrios of Pueblo, Cruz, Rio Grande, Punta, Ensenada, Atalaya, Higüey, Calvache, and Barrero. At that time, the town itself was still very small. It had only 5 streets. This territorial arrangement remained essentially unchanged until 1898, and even when you look right now, it's still a very small town, and the municipality itself, it's one of the smallest on the island. An interesting historical detail from that period is that in 1894, Rincón became the site of the first civil marriage ever performed in Puerto Rico, a legal procedure that had not been previously carried out anywhere on the island. And that is a really cool fact, especially on an island that was heavily Catholic, and it still is. I mean, every town is built up around a plaza and a Catholic church. So for Rincón to celebrate a civil marriage in 1894, this is 4 years before the Americans arrived on the island. We were still part of Spain. Rincón's always been a little bit liberal like that. Walking through these local neighborhoods and just looking at the houses, you still see old style houses and the way they used to build. And just listening to the birds, yes, the cars passing through, but it's a really nice neighborhood. I like architecture, but I like the old style with the little front porches and stairways. Call me old-fashioned, but I like that style of house better. Rincón feels local. Feels a little bit different than the rest of Puerto Rico, but still, you know you're in Puerto Rico. The air, the sea, the local vibe, I mean, it's kind of a chilled vibe. Everybody's just walking in sandals and shorts and just having a good time. Well, it's around 12:30 and I see there's a lot of restaurants and bars, so I'm probably thinking of a local beer, maybe. Definitely.
Esta es la luna llena, que es la de trigo de parcha. Más lo de la más que se está vendiendo.
Well, that was a good lunch at Rincón Beer Company. No endorsement here, no advertisement, just walking around. Well, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I just got a book. And I didn't know there was a bookstore there. This is why I like walking, because you learn, you get to discover a lot more than just driving. So when you're in a town, any town in the world, it doesn't have to be in Puerto Rico, any town in the world, park your car and start walking. It's the only way. So right here, I'm in front of the monument of surfing in Rincón. And like I told you before, Rincón is the surfing capital, not only of Puerto Rico, but the Caribbean, and one of the most important surfing destinations in the world. In 1968, the World Surfing Championship took place in Rincón. Around 6 beaches all over the municipality participated, and surfers from all over the world come to Rincón to surf our waters. Since 1968, the waves at Rincón have been the scene of many surfing competitions and the place where countless memories are made for the generations of surfers that have followed the legends of 1968. So next time you're in Rincón, bring your surfboard.
Yo tengo agua, no te preocupes. Ok, está bien. A very nice piragua. Piragua because of the shape. There's a little boat, mostly used in the times of Spain, and it was in the shape like a triangle shape. And this is why the piragua is called piragua, because it looks like the little boat. Little Puerto Rican treats in Rincón. There's an ice cream truck right next to me. So let's see if we can make this segment happen. Right behind me is the boiling nuclear superheater reactor. This was constructed in the 1960s. Rincón became the site of a high-tech experiment. And this boiling nuclear reactor, it wasn't just a power plant. It was one of the only 2 facilities in the world designed to test a specific superheating technology intended to make nuclear power more efficient. It was developed as a joint project between the United States Atomic Energy Commission and PREPA. It was the first nuclear reactor in the Caribbean, and that was from 1960 around to 1964. It successfully produced electricity for the local grid. This reactor here was giving power to the local area, proving that the superheating concept worked. However, technical flaws and high maintenance costs led to its early retirement. The reactor was decommissioned. The radioactive core was entombed in concrete right where it sits today, which is this right behind me. And the iconic dome became a permanent part of the Rincón skyline. So yes, this was an experiment to produce electricity. And it sounds something like out of a Cold War thriller, but in reality, it was just an electricity plant. And it was essentially a prototype laboratory that put Rincón in the global scientific map long before the town became a surfing paradise. Today, it serves as the Modesto Iriarte Technological Museum, a silent, concrete encased monument to the atomic age. So Puerto Rico was part of the atomic age as a United States territory, and we were the very first in the Caribbean to have a nuclear power reactor. And right next to it is the beach. Let's keep on driving. And this is the Punta Higuero Lighthouse. And it was built in 1893 by the Spanish at a cost of 12,361 pesos at the time, right? This was 1893. This was a while before the Americans arrived. And of course, like everything else, after 1898, it became acquired by the United States. And in 1914, keeper Jose Prieto actually won an efficiency pennant for maintaining the district's model station, complete with a new fireproof oil house for its volatile kerosene, because the light was kerosene powered. In 1918, October 11, at 10:20 a.m., the lighthouse felt a massive earthquake that struck, shattering the brickwork originally made by the Spaniards. While the nearby Punta Borinquen lighthouse, this one is in Aguadilla, was wiped out by the resulting tsunami, this one right here, since it was positioned on the bluff, it was kept dry from the tsunami. And then, to save the lighthouse, engineers wrapped a concrete yoke around the original tower for support. So we might not see the sunset because it's cloudy. Very cloudy. But I'm still standing here just to see if I see some whales, because this is whale watching season. I hope to catch one. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Rincón. I hope you had a great time watching the episode. And remember, there's another episode next Wednesday. So subscribe, share, and like. Salud.